Very soon, this committee will be debating the biggest cuts to Medicaid in our nation's history. Cuts that will strip health insurance from over 13 million Americans, all to pay for tax cuts that disproportionately benefit the wealthiest in our country. Now, Republicans will say that they're not cutting Medicaid, that they're simply implementing sensible work requirements, but please stay skeptical. Republicans are implementing cumbersome requirements because added paperwork will lead to less compliance and ultimately less people enrolled, conveniently giving them enough space to fill the pot for their super rich friends. A group of friends that we should note is headlined by the same big tech CEOs who stood behind President Trump on Inauguration Day, a group of friends who will say they want a federal privacy policy, a national AI framework, while spending millions of dollars to make sure those bills never see the House floor. A ban on state regulations of AI for 10 years shows where Republicans' loyalty is, to big tech and the wealthy. Dismantling states' regulations on technology amounts to a financial windfall of epic proportions consistent with tax cuts for the rich that the Ways and Means Republicans marked up today. This provision absolves companies of any responsibility to protect consumers from the harms of AI. It is also drafted so broadly as to implicate states' privacy and online safety laws directly harming our kids. Simply put, this provision, this single paragraph that is snuck into a massive budget bill, would undermine digital rights duly provided to millions of Americans by their state legislatures. States have taken the lead in regulating technology while Congress has stalled out amidst a barrage of endless lobbying. If privacy and kids' online safety are any indication, this Congress will not pass meaningful, comprehensive regulation of AI. And I ask my colleagues, what gives you so much optimism that Congress can pass meaningful protections for AI, privacy, or online safety? You claim that states have created a patchwork of regulation. Why do you think that state lawmakers have done that? You think they want to be legislating on difficult questions of technology policy? No. State lawmakers have stepped up because their federal counterparts, we, have consistently failed to act. Americans are fed up, and instead they're asking state legislatures to protect them and their kids online. Make no mistake, this provision is a product of big tech lobbying. Companies, including Meta and Google, have long asked for it, and trade associations for big tech rejoiced when Republicans included it in this bill, because what this provision represents is the biggest gift to the tech industry in its history. Put in context, however, this ban on tech regulation is not just bad policy, it's morally bankrupt. We can work together on modernizing our systems, leveraging our data and our analytics. But Mr. Chairman, think about it. Republicans are effectively eliminating requirements on technology companies to make their products safe and trustworthy, while at the same time adding requirements for Americans to receive life-saving health care. Under their bill, Americans will have to jump through hoops and complete mounds of paperwork to prove that they are working. Technology companies, on the other hand, won't have to show their work at all. This handout for big tech and ultra-wealthy tech barons in the same reconciliation bill that guts health care for millions is what people hate about Washington. It's lopsided and it's insulting. If Republicans had chosen to start this hearing with the faces and stories of who they're advocating for, you wouldn't see everyday Americans like us Democrats held up. We'd be looking at posters of Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and Jeff Bezos. Requirements, compliance, and paperwork for busy, working-class Americans, but not for billionaire big tech donors. That's the Republican way, according to this legislation. But I'd love to be proven wrong, so vote yes on the amendment. I yield back.